Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 8 of the WP Concreting the Dirt New Zealand Midgets series. We're here in the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway, but we've got the mighty Midgets on the show for you this evening as we get set for another round of this wonderful series. Some quality drivers here this evening. We've got about 19 drivers signed into the pits here. And well, before we get tonight's proceedings underway, we're going to play the New Zealand National Anthem. Well, we get set for heat racing action here. The first of 3 heat races to come up here at the Knoxville Raceway. After the heat race, we'll have our top 6 pole shuffle. And then we are going to get into the main event. There'll be no B main required here. With just the 19 drivers, all 19 drivers will make the feature. So the first heat will be randomised. Second heat will then go from the reverse grid of the starting order in heat number 1. So if you started on the pole in heat 1, you'll have a back row starting position in your second round of heats. Third round of heats, you'll have the highest point scorers coming from the back. So if you're sitting first on points, well, you'll start rear of the field in the third and final heat race, and then after the heat races have been decided, we'll then get into the 6 highest drivers on points, getting ready for the pole shuffle. Positions 7 through to 19, or 7 through the rest of the field, that will be lined up via the points here this evening after the 3 heat races. Plenty of action to come up here on Ultimate Dirt TV, as we are live on Facebook and also live on YouTube. I believe we're also trying to get live on the dirtovaltv.com website as well. So if you're watching in from that one, we hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. Haven't seen any action. All the cars have had their little hot lap session. They had about just under an hour's warm up. they've had enough time to make some adjustments onto the race car. We'll have a look at the track conditions here at the Knoxville Raceway. You see 0.51 of a miles. Weather is overcast with a slight little easterly breeze. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate TV and we'll come back with heat race number 1 very shortly. So we already have our heat races lined up. And we'll go through those in just a moment. We are going to have the 14 of Nathan Clive, who will start on the pole of heat race number 1. To his outside will be the 9 of Jordan McDonnell. At a position 3 will be car number 61. That's going to be Devon Stone. At a position 4, it's going to be the 81 of Sam Waddle. At a position 5, the 10 of Murray Howe. He will line up alongside the 32 of Callan Arthur. Starting out of position number 7, the 91 of Jared Steen. He will line up alongside the 77, or the 077, of Vince Romeo. We go back to the 9th starting spot. In fact, it's going to be the 49 of Zach Phelan. And to his outside in car number 6, it's going to be Connor Clark. Inside row number 6 will be the 79, Ben McSweeney. And starting position 12 in car number 18 is going to be Ben Morrison. So that'll be the heat race. In fact, we're just getting word through from race control that the grids are just going to get fixed up a little bit. And then we'll get set into heat racing action here. So stick around. We're live on YouTube and live on Facebook as well. You can check out Ultimate Dirt TV. If you want to watch it in 1080p, head over to the YouTube channel. Let's go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Not far away from beginning heat number 1. for the first heat race of the night here in the WP Concreting the Dirt New Zealand Midget Series for the 8th round here at the Knoxville Raceway, as we are getting set here. I believe it'll be 10 laps on the board. Grids are fixed, and we have the 14. Well, no change, no significant changes to the first lot of grids that I did manage to call out. Waiting for cars to exit pit lane. And we are going to be underway here at Knoxville. And here we go, heat number 1 rolling out onto the racetrack. And before we get started, all from there to me, I want to thank a couple of our sponsors. I want to thank SETI Group Holdings. You can check them out on the web at www.seti.com. I want to thank Colby's Eye Paints. Both those companies and organisations coming on board with Ultimate Dare TV for the final couple of weeks of the season, and also signing on board with next season. Make sure you head over to The Dirt New Zealand on Facebook, and also check out WP Concreting as well. Show your support, guys, who give Ultimate Dirt TV the opportunity to bring you some midget racing here this evening. As we are getting set for the first heat of the night. Well, you'll see the number 14 of Nathan Klein on that front row. Waiting for trading paints to refresh, so you might see a couple of white cars for the moment, but here we go. Track, you can already see starting to slip out. 3-car green here at the Knoxville Raceway. The round number 8 of the Dirt New Zealand Midget Series. 3 wide to the middle of the pack right now. Oh, get a couple involved in an accident upside down. It's the 077 of Vince Romeo, Ben McSweeney in the 79, and also Murray Howe in the 10. Opening lap is in the books, and Jordan McTell to the front in car number 9. The 61 of Devon Stone. Back in second, and a great battle going on for third right now. Belongs to the 81 of Sam Waddell. And here is, up on the inside, the 14 of Nathan Klein, looking to make the charge. And also with him there is the 32 of Callum Arthur. Great racing down the front straightaway into turn number 1, and here in the 1 and 2. Oh, the 32 of Callum Arthur. Right on board with what just happened there. Really Wilson coming out of turn number 2. This is going to shuffle it up a bit. Whoa! These guys are literally using up every part of this racetrack, and here comes the 18 of Ben Morrison. Morrison trying to walk the top of the racetrack in, trying to find the cushion upstairs. Coming up to halfway home, 5 down, 5 to 1. Of the line. Zach Phelan back there in the black and green number 40. Aaron sitting in about 5th or 6th place, I believe. He's got Morrison on the inside in the black and yellow machine. The race leader, McDonnell, Devon Stone, Sam Waddle, Connor Clark, Zach Phelan and Ben Morrison are our top 6 drivers at the moment. Ben Morrison may have just jumped the cushion there in turns 1 and 2. We've got some contact with the wall. That's what we're going to go on board with your race leader the night of Jordan McDonnell. Turn 4, just a couple of laps remain here at the Knoxville Raceway. Well, it's a half mile, but it's certainly a wider and bigger half a mile than what Aurora is. This is definitely wider than Aurora at the moment. As McDonnell, well, he's going to slow it up, I believe, out of turn number 2. No, he's going to keep the hammer down in that number 9 machine. In fact, this should be the checkered flag just here. Battle going on for 3rd and 4th, the 81 of Sam Waddle. And also the, I believe it was 16, number 6. Heat 1 in the books, and that belongs to the 9 of Jordan McDonnell first. Second will be the 61 of Devon Stone. Then you go back to Sam Waddle. Fourth is going to be Connor Clark, Zach Phelan, and you go to Ben Morrison. Jared Steen, Peter Honeybell, Nathan Clive, Murray Howe, and Ben McSweeney, and Callan Arthur, obviously a DNF in that one. Just look at that sight of midgets just lined up on the back straight away. So well done to Jordan McDonnell on heat number 1 here at the Knoxville Raceway. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this with heat number 2. Heat number 2 of the night. You can see the cars just at the end of pit road, waiting to roll off here at the Knoxville Raceway. Then we'll get set for another 10 laps on the board. You can already see we've got 8 of them lined up already, and they'll roll off pit lane entry there, and then they'll should roll around for 1 lap before getting the green flag here at the Knoxville Raceway. Heat number 2 of the WP Concreting and the Dirt New Zealand Midget Series, live from the Knoxville Raceway. Heat number 2, and here we go. Let's take a look at our Citigroup Holdings starting grid for the night. The 56 of Corey Tyler on the front row, the 79 of Ben McSweeney to his outside. Looks like the 97 of Alan Bishop out of 3, the 49 of Zach Fallon out of 4. Go back to Zach Phelan there. We've got Murray Howe, Brett Jr. Morris as well. 10 laps on the board here. We'll keep an eye on the 19. Brett Jr. Morris coming from the field. On the way here, hit race number 2. It's already on a car upside down. I believe that's the 79 of McSweeney. Can confirm it was the 79 of McSweeney. Finally gets a bit of a push there from that car on the inside. It could have been Corey Tyler. And we got another car up into the wall. There's Taylor now, goes to the front of the field. Virginia Morris upside down. Boys, the race of Midgets not doing the superstars. This car is central out there right now. So lap 2 belongs to the 49. Zachary Phelan. You go back to the 91 of Jared Steen. Back there in second position here on the racetrack as the drivers enter turn number 3 and 4. At the moment, the 97 of Alan Bishop. Right there in 3rd place. Nathan Fry with the 14. Shunting turns 1 and 2. And then we got Murray Howe in the 10, followed by the 56 of Corey Tyler. Back at about 6th or 7th place, both of them 6th and 6th. We got a car into the wall and upside down. That's the 97. And Alan Bishop, and oh no! The driver we were just watching, Corey Tyler, upside down. Mitchell Piscalick in the 191. Trying to fight back after some contact in the opening couple of laps. And 5 down, 5 to run. And heat race number 3. Heat race number 2. The 97 of Alan Bishop, and this is going to be very tricky for Zachary Phelan because he was literally all over the racetrack blinking. You couldn't see where he was running. That's number 49. Phelan will work to the outside on Bishop, and he will put him a lap down. Still got a fair distance back to Devin Stone in car number 61, and he's got about 8 car lengths back to Nathan Clyde. This is probably the best battle on the racetrack. Xavier Simmons and Murray Howe battling it out. Heat number 2 on the racetrack, and with just 2 laps left to run here. We'll get to our third and final heat race of the night. So looks like it's not going to be fastest point scorer from the rear. It's just going to be, well, each driver has 2 heat races out of the 3. And the white flag is out here in heat race number 2. Zachary Fallon and the VRT Gunny Saddler Racing entry 49. Down the back straight away into 3 and 4. Lows to the, goes to the low side. Slides up to the cushion. That's slowly starting to form. And checkered flag should be out from 49. Let's see, we'll get the job done. In heat number 2. If I check a flag out next lap. There we go. Miscalculated by 1 lap. There we go, the 49. It's looking so smooth right now through turns 1 and 2. And as it will stop on the back straight, come to a stop. It will be 49 getting the job done. Second will go to Jared Steen in caliber 91. Third, it's going to be the 61 of Devon Stone. Nathan Clive in caliber 14 comes home in 4th, and he goes to Xavier Simmons. Murray Howe behind him. Mitchell Piskalik in the 191. Alan Bishop, well, he was stopped on the back straight away, but multiple laps down after being involved in a single car crash on the straightaway. But well done to the 49 of Zachary Fallon, who takes out heat number 2. We'll take another quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Now, a reminder, we're live on YouTube and also Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook and you want to watch it in 1080p, head over to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you're watching on Facebook, or if you're watching on YouTube and you want to watch it on Facebook for a little bit more convenience, head over to facebook.com/Ultimate Dirt TV and make sure you give us a like and a follow. Give a like to the Dirt New Zealand and also WP Concreting as they give us a chance to showcase what these guys can do, and glad just to be a part of it. New subscriber, thanks Warpig for the new subscription there. I appreciate it. Welcome into the channel, and well, I hope you're enjoying the coverage here from the Knoxville Raceway, the Dirt New Zealand and WP Concreting Midgets series. Heat number 3 about to roll off. And before we get there, once again, Ultimate Dirt TV, well, we've got a couple of sponsors of our own. We want to thank SETI Group Holdings. You can check them out on the web at www.cedi.com. That's CEDI.com. You can also check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. So we'll take one more little break here while we wait for heat race number 3 to get lined up, and we'll bring you the action here from the Knoxville Raceway. Cars on the pit chute, waiting to come out of pit road for the third and final heat race of the night. We're going to well, at the moment we've had 18 drivers who have had a heat race here. So we're going to have another heat race right now here at the Knoxville Raceway. So we'll see who is going to line up on the pole. We're going to have the 18 of Ben Morris line up alongside Brett Jr. Morris. The 6 of Connor Clark. Lining up out of 4 is the 11 of Xavier Simmons. Mitchell Piskalik and Vince Romeo. Row number 3, Callan Arthur and Alan Bishop. Corey Tyler and 81 of Sam Waddle. Jordan Zanell. And Peter Honeywell at the back of this one. So we're green this time by out of turn number 4. We're in turns 1 and 2 right now as they go past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. And past the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower. Ten laps on the board. Heat number 3, the final heat of the night. Then we'll get into the pole shuffle. And then also we'll have a 30-lap main event to come up. So a bit more racing to come up here at the Knoxville Raceway. And we are greening down in the turn number 1 we go. Morrison, Henry, we've already got cars in the back, upside down. That's Corey Tyler and Peter Honeywell now. Brett Jr. Morrison slide on Morrison. Morrison in a cross back underneath him now, out of turn number 4. And turn 1 to go, the only one in the books. I believe Morrison is going to lead that one. Morris to the front of the field, and Morrison looking to get around the outside in turns 3 and 4. He got it right in the cushion. Will he lead this second lap? No, it's going to go to Brett Jr. Morrison now. Going to go to the low side. He's not going to shut the door. There was a half attempt there to leave the lane there for Morrison to start up. But opportunity goes begging for Morrison as he now tries to ride the cushion. He has to get that right rear, bang it off that cushion and try and carry some more momentum off turn number 4. So a great race up front here between Morrison and Morrison. 3 down, 7 to run. Here is Morrison. He gets the cushion and Dom to back down the racetrack. Now Morris to the outside. Well, give it to Morris as he shut the door on Morrison. And Morrison went upstairs. And he jumped it. He went upside down. And the 18 of Ben Morrison. Piskalik now with a slower on the Callan Arthur in 32, I believe that is. Midgets making his way through the field from the second, or from the last row, I should say. He's now in second place. And has he got what it takes to reel in Brett Jr. Morris? And Morris going to keep that distance. Now, behind McDonnell is the 6 of Connor Clark. I think we've got 4 remain in the main event, or not the main event, in the final heat race of the night. 3 should be to go. This overcast day. The birds are out. The mighty Midgets are showcasing what they can do here at the Knoxville Raceway. Connor Clark will try to work the top side of the racetrack. 32 of Arthur up to 4th place. Back to the 11 of Xavier Simmons, who's in 5th and trying to work on the bottom of the speedway. I think this could be one. This might be the last lap here out of turn number 4. Drives the cushion on entry and uses the bottom side of the racetrack. In fact, this will be the last lap right now. As Morris, well, he tried to keep it on the low side. We got the front wheels up on that inside berm, and he should be victorious. And there is the Victory Donuts in first place for Richard Morris in the 19. Heat racing action done, preliminary action done. All we have left. All that we will have left is the pole shuffle. And then the main event. So Jordan McDonnell in second. Third went to Connor Clark. Fourth, Xavier Simmons. Fifth went to the 81 of Sam Waddle. I believe the 97 of Alan Bishop back there. And then you go back to Callan Arthur. And Vince Romeo, along with Peter Honeywell. The race leader in the 19 in the BJM Toyota is Brett Jr. Morris. So well done to him as he picks up the final heat race of tonight. And we're going to take one more quick commercial break before we get into the pole shuffle and then main event here this evening.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is dirt racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the dirt revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
I grew up in Northern California, and my parents were just really big race fans and took my sister and I to, sprint car races pretty much every Friday and Saturday night. So I did outlaw kart racing from 7 till I was 14. And then that's when I got into 360 and 410 wing sprint cars. There's just something about dirt racing that's just, you can't get anywhere else. I enjoy going back to race them whenever I can. I get to run about 20 to 25 dirt races a year and try and put on a show every time I'm there.
Battle for the lead. Kyle Larson to the inside of Shane Stewart. Slide job, no. Larson unable to complete the pass. He'll follow Shane Stewart down the back straightaway. Stewart makes the move to the inside of Craig Kinsler. Kyle Larson goes around the outside out of turn 4. You've got a new race leader. Kyle Larson from ninth leads on lap number 23.
I'm probably just a little more relaxed, I guess, at the dirt track just because it's for fun, where the NASCAR stuff, it's points racing and a lot bigger sponsors and stuff you have to please and all that. You're there for 3 days a week, so your approach is a little bit different there, where sprint cars you're there for 5.
I apologise for getting that video short, but we are getting set for the pole shuffle right now. Our first two cars on the racetrack in car number 81, it's Sam Waddle on the outside, and on the inside in car number 6, it's going to be Connor Clark. 2 laps to determine who will advance and who will start out of position number 6. We're waiting for the green light. In fact, we're waiting for these cars to get on the loud pedal, and there we go. The hammer is down, and we are green. Here in the opening pole shuffle on the line, we'll see 5 races, 2 cars at a time. The winner will advance from this one. The loser will start out of 6. So these are your 5th and 6th highest inputs here this evening. Here we go. The opening lap will belong to Connor Clark in car number 6. As you see, the 81 of Waddle trying to work back to the inside. And into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. The Velocity Esports car number 6, it's going to be Connor Clark, who will advance to the next round of the pole shuffle, being Sam Waddle. He will start out of position number 6 in the main event tonight. Wait for the next car to roll out onto the racetrack. Let you know who that will be. It'll be the 49, the VRT GSR. Number 49 is going to be Zachary Phelan. Zachary Phelan in car number 49. So Phelan was 4th highest in points, and he has the choice, the lane choice, whether he wants to go inside or outside, and he obviously chooses the inside starting position. And then we'll go around one more time here around the Knoxville Raceway. This is for 5th place. The loser will start out of 5th. The winner will advance to the outside of the front 2 rows, depending on how far that driver can get. So a very slow speed here, around 40 miles per hour. Here we go. Green flag is out, and we're racing one more time. Here in the pole shuffle. Phelan slid up to the top of the racetrack in turn number 1 and 2. He was able to get to the race lead down the back straight away. And that's going to leave Connor Clark clutching at the heels of Zachary Phelan and trying to reel in that number 49. Clark through the middle of the track in 1 and 2. Found the moisture through the middle, just above that slick racing line. Phelan working the outside. Through turns 1 and 2. Now the door will get shut. Attempt any sliders from being thrown. Connor Clark unable to take on Zachary Phelan in that one. Phelan just too good, too strong, and too fast. Here in this one between Connor Clark. Well, he will start on the inside of row number 3. And Zachary Phelan, well, if he loses this one, he will start out of position number 4. And speaking of 4, our 4th highest, so 3rd highest point scorer. That's our 4th highest. So this is for a row 2 starting position. And out rolls the 61 of Devon Stone. Devon Stone in car number 61 on the racetrack. So I'm assuming we are going to go around one more time around the Knoxville Raceway. Before we get the green flag. So if you're watching for the first time, welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, live on Facebook and also live on YouTube. Make sure you check us out on both social media platforms and give us a like, give us a subscribe on YouTube. And if you want to be generous and you want to donate, well, it's just in the link description in the YouTube chat. I don't expect you to. I'm not going to push for it. I'm just enjoying bringing you the action here this evening on this wonderful Sunday evening. Although I guess it's a bit chilly over here in Midgets. The racing on track is certainly heating up. So Devon Stone in the 61 on the outside in the black and yellow car. Yeah, I just saw that. In the mean green machine, number 49, Zachary Phelan on the inside. Was 4th highest in points. Lewis, this one he won't lose any starting positions from the A main. He's himself a 4th. I'm looking for that inside, maybe the 3rd row. He's putting a fairly substantial lead in the opening half lap as Devon Stone, a little out of shape in turns number 3 and 4. And you would think that this one all pending a mistake of his own to belong to the 49 of Zachary Phelan. Out of turn number 2. You'll see how far sideways they are going right now, and there it is. Checkered flag is out, Zachary Phelan. He will continue at a chance in the next pole shuffle to start on the main event potentially. If he can pick up the next pole shuffle. This is very important here for Zach Phelan in this next race. And it will determine either a front row starting position or a inside second row. So Devon Stone is confirmed. He will start out of position number 4. So out comes the 19 of Brett Jr. Morris. Picked up a heat win in heat number 3 in the 3rd and final heat race of the night in dominating fashion. This guy's trying to burn some fuel, and well, he goes upside down. So I wonder if he will get maybe no disqualification. Maybe just a bit of a warning there from race control. Let's get it going, boys. It looks like Zach Phelan might be out of fuel, so he's not on the racetrack anymore. Whether they will give him an opportunity to come out defend that or not, I'm not too sure. So waiting on Brett Jr. Morris, his opponent in the next pole, Sugar. Looks like they're giving Brett Jr. Morris a couple of laps, but well, that is a bit of a spectacular rough and tumble there, BJM. Alright, so we're getting word through that there's been a little bit of a discrepancy in the points situation. So without going too much into detail with it, that will wrap up the pole shuffle. And too that the 11 of Xavier Sims will start out of position 6. And the 49 of Zachary Phelan will start at a position number 2. Which I believe the 9 of Jordan McDonnell should start off P1, since he had a first and a second. So we'll throw up, we can't put any music on because well, Facebook doesn't like when you play a bit of music, so stick around. As I believe we're waiting on the 49 to get back into the server. That's Zachary Phelan. And then we'll get set into the A main here tonight. 35 laps on the board, and it is going to be a gym dandy.
I grew up in Northern California. My parents were just really big race fans and took my sister and I to, sprint car races pretty much every Friday and Saturday night. So I did outlaw kart racing from 7 till I was 14. And then that's when I got into 360 and 410 wing sprint cars. There's just something about dirt racing that's just, you can't get anywhere else. I enjoy going back to race them whenever I can. I get to run, about 20 to 25 dirt races a year and try and, put on a show every time I'm there.
Battle for the lead. Kyle Larson to the inside of Shane Stewart. Slide job, no. Larson unable to complete the pass. He'll follow Shane Stewart down the back straightaway. Stewart makes the move to the inside of Craig Kinsler. Kyle Larson goes around the outside out of turn 4. You've got a new race leader, Kyle Larson from Mike.
Alright, so we are going to do a pole shuffle. Looks like the 49 is reconnected, and this is for, well, the pole position. The winner of this one will start on the pole for the main event. The loser will start outside. Front row as we go down into turn number 1 and 2. The 9 of Jordan McDonnell on the outside. Zachary Phelan on the low side. Through turns 1 and 2. Gets a little tight coming off corner exit. And now Phelan going to look to keep it on the low side by side. Out of turn number 4, and this is a great pole shuffle, ladies and gentlemen. Down the front straightaway, McDonnell will lead that one. A little bit wishy-washy in turns 1 and 2, a little bit high, almost caught the wall. Dives it back to the low side of the 49. Looks to be heading to pole position, and he will. There we go, the 49 of Zachary Phelan will put it on pole and on tap for tonight's 30-lap feature event, and we are not too far away from heading into the distance here this evening. So one last quick commercial break. We'll try and get that video played for you, and then it is main event time.
I grew up in Northern California.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
I grew up in Northern California. My parents were just really big race fans and took my sister and I to, sprint car races pretty much every Friday and Saturday night. So I did outlaw kart racing from 7 till I was 14. And then that's when I got into 360 and 410 wing sprint cars. There's just something about dirt racing that's just, you can't get anywhere else. I enjoy going back to race them whenever I can. I get to run, about 20 to 25 dirt races a year and try and, put on a show every time I'm there.
Battle for the lead. Kyle Larson to the inside of Shane Stewart. Slide job, no. Larson unable to complete the pass. He'll follow Shane Stewart down the back straightaway. Stewart makes the move to the inside of Craig Kinster. Kyle Larson goes around the outside out of turn 4. You've got a new race leader. Kyle Larson from 9th leads on lap number 23.
I'm probably just a little more relaxed, I guess, at the dirt track just because it's for fun, where the NASCAR stuff, it's points racing and a lot bigger sponsors and stuff you have to please and all that. You're there for 3 days a week, so your approach is a little bit different there, where sprint cars you're there for 5 or 6 hours and moving on to the next racetrack. So I've been on iRacing, I think, since 2009 or 10. Yeah, I remember, starting out, as a rookie on there, in the legends and the late models and stuff like that. And that was fun to, have to try and get your licenses up and stuff. But it's amazing to me how, now that I get to race on a lot of the tracks that are on.
Well, it is time to get after it right now. 35 laps on tap for tonight's main event. You can see at the top left, near the ticker next to the Ultimate Dirt TV sign, and it'll say lap 141 to go. Well, the first 5 laps, after they get the initial green flag, is just to get these drivers lined up into their correct positions. So with that being said, while these drivers are getting set to pace around or wait to exit pit road, just waiting on some movement from these guys, and then we'll have our City Group starting grid, City Group Holdings starting grid for you this evening. So what we do know is our front row will be Zachary Phelan in the 49, and the 9 of Jordan McDonnell will start on the front row. Then And we'll go back through the rest of the field here in just a moment's time. We're just waiting on everyone to get on the racetrack, hit the grid button. Who will take out the 8th round of the series, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. Cars starting to assemble themselves onto the racetrack.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Green, green.
Reminder, this is not the initial green start to the race. The other drivers, as they come past the start finish line, they will get into their correct positions. And we will have our City Group Holdings starting grid.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, overlay's just crashed. Love your work, ATVO. We'll get it up very, very quickly here. You're about to see all the overlays come on screen at once. So it's going to take a couple of laps. In fact, these drivers are already assembled into their correct starting positions. We'll keep playing the music because it is going to get loud, and we are going to have hopefully the 4-1-2 just one more time in case you missed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
All mini map, welcome mate.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Row 1, Zachary Fallon and Jordan McMillan. Row 2, Connor Clark and Devin Stone. Row 3 will be Jared Steen and Sam Waddle. Xavier Simmons, Virginia Morris. Murray Howell, Nathan Clive, Ben Morrison, Peter Honeywell, Mitchell Piskowicz, Alan Bishop, Vince Romeo, Ben McSweeney, Callan Arthur. And that is our 17 car starters here at this season. As we have 35 laps on the board. 2 more times around the Knoxville Raceway, and then we will get set to launch into the 35-lap main event here. Around the block, the WP concreting the Dirt New Zealand Midgets Series live from the Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world, host these mighty fine midgets. Minnie Mac would have crashed anyway. We need the real Big Mac to show you how it's done. The time for tour is finished. 35 laps on the board. Feature event about to start. Zachary Phelan, he looked good in the heats, he looked good in the pole shuffle. We are green here at the Knoxville Raceway. Oh, Phelan! Literally all over the racetrack to start that drive. And now iRacing Dawson's car, oh, Brett Jr. was up and over the cushion and somehow got it on first. And now Phelan going to look to the low side of McDonnell around the outside. Phelan left front on that inside berm. That's not the way he wanted it. Oh, Phelan now. He gets shuffled back to position 5. Stone has made his way through. As has his clock. And now, oh, Phelan. And Xavier Simmons. Simmons with a big donut. Margin his way through the racetrack, up to position number 3. And look at the 3 Morris, look at the big slugger, but I think that's Peter Honeywell in the 39. And the yellow flag is out on the racetrack, and we'll have a look, try and have a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay to find out what may have happened here. And there's our Colby right there. And the 191, Piscalic. Oh, some contact there with Brett Jr. Morris. Brett Jr. Morris got a run coming out of the corner. As he was just trying to get around the outside of Callan Arthur there. He came up into the 191. Let's take a look at just how quickly that happened. Yeah, it was very, very fast. So we're on board with this group. You're watching the Colby's iPaint's instant replay. Now we take a look at the real shot from the right rear suspension. Now, right rear meets left front. Never a good ending, that's for sure. And the yellow flag is out over the racetrack. In fact, let's take a look from the cockpit point of view. On the inside, so the wheel is turned to the right side. Oh, Virginia Morris. And how about Connor Clark up there in second? So it's hard to see a caution. We essentially lose 3 laps of green flag racing. Danelle, your race leader from Clark. And Xavier Simmons, you go back to Devon Stone, Peter Honeywell, Zachary Phelan, Steen Morrison, Howe Morris, Arthur, Sweeney, Bishop, Clive, Piscalic, Romeo, Waddle, Tyler, and Humble. I don't think Humble's in the server, so here we go. We're underway here in the main event. And let's hope these guys can get a good run just like they did. A little bit slow there from Honeywell on Devon Stone. Stone with a nice cross on the... Oh, there's contact with Devon Stone. Oh, that was close by Devon Stone in the 61. He had all 4 tyres up and off the ground. And somehow he manages to keep it going right now. But only losing a couple of spots. Make that 3. Oh, no, Stone.
Yellow.
Sweeney, I believe it is. Brett Jr. Morris involved. And we'll take a look at a Colby's iPaint's instant replay to see just what happened here. Just in front. Morris just having nowhere to go, and that is a hard ride for the 19. Down there, the 10 of Murray Howell. Morrison has some damage. There is the pace truck. Well, he's had some air time, and he's also had some hang time. And let's take a look. Maybe this is what he needs to do. He just needs to look at his inside of the visor there. Focus. But he's not. Should it be done for this evening? So that will bring out our second portion of the night. So the lights are off the pace truck. The flashing lights turned off, and back to green flag racing. We'll have 24 remaining laps here at the Knoxville Raceway. We're only going to have a chat with our... we'll try and get a top 3.
Green flag.
Once again out onto the racetrack here at the Knoxville Raceway. 1 o'clock, and here comes Peter Honeywell on the inside.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow is out already, it looks like. We got the 97 of Alan Bishop, but also Ben Morrison. The 97, we'll see what happens here too. So Bishop's the first one to go. 97. And then I believe that's Biscuit just in front of Morrison. So 3 different causes of that caution. Yeah. You just gotta roll with what you've been given. Drivers are on 2 to green, which means we'll have 20 laps left. So we lost 4 laps that time, as we didn't really get a lap in. We didn't get through turns 1 and 2, and the guys having contact. Jordan McDonnell, your race leader. Connor Clark in second. Xavier Simmons, Rita Honeywell, Zachary Phelan, Jared Steen, Callan Arthur, Ben McSweeney, Nathan Clive, and Mitchell Piscalek, your top 10. Alan Bishop and Ben Morrison. And then our guys at the back, laps down or out, Murray Howe, Junior Morris, Evan Stone, there's Romeo, Sam Waddle, and Corey Tyler as well. 3, 4 of those cars are still sitting on pit road trying to get some of those repairs done. Lights are out, 20 to run. 15 down, 20 remain.
Green flag.
Doug Clark flicks the lights back on and we're back underway.
Yellow flag is out.
Peter Honeywell on the 39. That time bringing out the caution. Take a look at our Colby's eye paints. Instant replay. Let's see what happened here. 39 on the low side, just got it infield. Got hit from behind by the 49 of Zachary Phelan, but Peter Honeywell just got into the left rear there of the 11 of Xavier Simmons. Yeah, Simmons done well. It's only lose, I think, 1 spot. too hard. That was a 39. Good 100 go. This one was just catching up to the pace truck. Lights should turn off this time by. In fact, they do not, so we'll go around another 2 more times and we have 15 remain on this restart. I think these drivers need to clean it up a bit if they want to get some green flag laps in. Because, well, with these cautions, drivers that may have taken a gamble and gone with 12 gallons 45 litres, I think it equates to. These guys with that lower fuel, obviously they're going to have a lot less than what the guys with 22 gallons. So fuel should now not be a factor, as we've already seen multiple cautions here this evening. Flashing lights turned off on the R-Racing official pace truck. Jordan McDowell, the race leader, looking to get his second win of the season, I believe. Clark and Simmons. Top 3, Phelan, Arthur, Steen, McSweeney, Clive, Piskalik and Bishop. Your top 10 pace truck is in. Green flag. I'm talking about timing that 2-minute perfection. The post happening to the racetrack. Now here comes Connor Clark looking to make the move on the inside. Simmons in 5 minutes. Here comes the 32 of Callum Arthur. He gets the little slam shut by the 11. The pedal is on for the race lead and Connor Clark on the outside. Oh, there's a little contact when they come across the side finish line. The 1 and 2, and McDowell slides up and reclaims the race lead from Connor Clark by about 5 gallons now. We're back to Xavier Simmons in third. Arthur and Zach Faden on Morrison up and over the cushion. And now here comes Piskalik, I believe. No, it's McSweeney. Oh no! As I say that, McSweeney upside down. Ben McSweeney in the 79. We were just talking about him coming through the field. And we take a look at the copies up, but it's instant replay. You see McSweeney. Blue and red car. It was literally right there up on the cushion, almost climbing the wall. Really fucking hard. That's just on the wall. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's the wall climb right there. I don't think there was any contact. We'll slow this one down so you see Failing gets out of shape in front of him. The 91 of Steen. Look at the 18. So yeah, the 18 of Ben Morrison up and over the cushion just in front of Piskalik. And then look, it's all on from here. And we'll get the cockpit shot here in just a moment. And when the right front gets up on the wall like that, it's only going to climb bigger. So here's an onboard shot. Now you're going to have no sound because we've slowed it down. And just watch in front. Phelan. Wow, that's close. And that's an unfortunate ride for Ben. Watch this from multiple angles. So there we go, back to green flag, this time by 9 remain. And yes, Connor Clark is on a move right now.
Green flag.
Here at Knoxville. Simmons underneath him. So we're coming up on 8 to run, this time by Clark one more time. We're all in the middle of the racetrack. But McDonnell is your race leader. Third is Simmons. Just getting the feeling right now that McDonnell, well, he might be just a little bit slower than these guys behind him.
Yellow flag is out.
But he's hanging on to the race lead, and each time he gets these yellows, it gives him a clear track, and well, he's able to clear out from the rest of the field. As I believe that might be Peter Honeybell. It is. So just have a look what happens to Honeybell. Just catches the car's left front that was in front of him, slowing down, a little bit out of shape. So Honeybell not having a good night this evening in that number 39 machine. It is upside down, and hopefully that is going to be our last caution of the evening. And Taylor Clark obviously cheering on Connor. I'm assuming brother maybe. Lights are out. 4 will remain when we get the green flag. And it's just 2 miles to run for Jordan McDonnell, looking to pick up another feature. He had a horrible start in the first, I think, 4 or 5 weeks of the series, not finishing, getting caught up in other people's ranks, riding walls, riding cushions, jumping cushions, running out of fuel, not putting enough fuel in. It is what it is, as he looks to continue this good run as of late. Already picked up a win here in the series. I believe it was round 6.
Green flag, green flag.
4 laps to go. 16 more corners for Jordan McDonnell. Here comes Clark once again, trying to work back to the inside. He can't make it happen. He cannot make that pass. McDonnell, that was close there between McDonnell and Clark. Here comes Clark again, once again to the inside. He's a couple of car lengths away as they come out of turn number 2. 2.5 to go. Oh, Clark hanging on to it. Looks like they're a little bit too slow. He's running right through the slick now. Is that the place to run? I don't think it is. 2 remain, 8 more corners, make that 6. As McDonnell thunders down the back straight away. Through turns 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen, the white flag is out. There'll be no more cautions from here on out. It'll be straight up running to the finish line. Clark in second, and Simmons in third. For the final time, into turn number 3 and 4. Clark has one last chance. He's not anywhere near it. The 9 of Jordan McDonnell gets the job done here at round number 8 at Knoxville Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, the 9. Well, he had some tough finishes there of Connor Clark and also Xavier Simmons. Let's take a look at our city group holding finishing results here this evening. Coming home with the winning car of Jordan McDonnell. Connor Clark in second, Xavier Simmons third. Fourth went to Callan Arthur, Mitchell Piskalik in fifth, Jared Steen in sixth. Seventh went to Alan Bishop, Ben Morrison in eighth. Ninth was Nathan Clive, Peter Honeybell in 10th. We go over to the 11th finisher, Zachary Phelan, Ben McSweeney in 12th. Devon Stone 13th. 14th was Brett Jr. Morris, Murray Howe 15th. It's Romeo, Sam Waddle, and Corey Taylor on 120 were a DNF in that one, but the 9 of Jordan McDonnell will come home with the win, and we'll definitely have a chat with our winner at least anyway. So Jordan McDonnell here. Alright, so we'll start off with our second place finisher, Connor Clark. Connor, congratulations there. Well, you had the run a couple of times on Jordan, but not those cautions. They kept sort of, sticking their nose where it wasn't wanted, but in the end, a second. Well, that's going to have to do here for this evening.
Yeah, it's not bad. First race with the Velocity team. But yeah, got a good line. I don't know. It was just a line that came out of nowhere. Just it stuck a few times and slowly washed away as the race got on, though. Unfortunately.
Seeing with about sort of 8-10 to go, you were running through the middle. You were certainly holding some pace, but you know those last 4 laps, you tried it again, and it just looked like there was nothing there in the end. It kind of just went away.
Yeah, unluckily, but I definitely had a lot of grip. I was catching McDonald quite a bit and caught him a couple of times, and the yellow would come out, unfortunately. But
well done on the second place. You got any sponsor shout-outs that you want to give before we let you get out of here?
just a big shout out to Velocity Racing just for letting me come on board, really.
All right, so there you have it. Connor Clark comes home in second, and we go down to victory lane here with Jordan Now, before we go any further, Jordan, how do you pronounce your surname?
McDonnell.
McDonnell, okay. Sweet. So I was saying it right. I did get information from someone that it was McDonnell. So, hey, buddy, congratulations on the win. It's finally nice to see you nine back in victory lane.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a while. I just tried my best to keep it out of the fence and made sure I put fuel in it. And, yeah, come my way, I suppose.
I think you had a tough start of the series. I think the first 4 weeks you either ran out of fuel, didn't put fuel in, or you kept crashing out. I mean, it's nice to find victory lane, I think, for the second or maybe even third time in the series. It looks like things are starting to come together for you.
Yeah, 100%. Been a bit of a rough week, switching teams and letting go of the team that I created at Phoenix. But yeah, otherwise it's always great to be in victory lane. It was actually quite a great race. Good to see a few different names up the front, which is always good to see. Bit of a shame that there are as many yellows as there were, but otherwise, yeah, I can't be any happier than what I am now.
What do you make of the track conditions in this overcast? Obviously, it still looked like there was a fair bit of moisture down low. Through the middle, we've seen Connor Clark running that line, and up top there was a cushions. I mean, what do you make of the track conditions in overcast here at Knoxville?
I like it, to be honest. I thought I'd throw a bit of a gamble on the weather today. And yeah, it definitely paid off. I think the racing had a lot of lines that you could take, which is always good. I was a wee bit worried about Connor off those restarts because I could see him and hear him just coming up on my left a little bit. And I wasn't sure if he was trying to throw a slider on me or if he was just, that was his line. And it had me worried a wee bit because I wasn't quite sure like if the line I was taking was fast enough, but then obviously he didn't hassle me after we got going. But yeah, it was definitely good having different lines that people were running. I don't know if it led to the crashes or not, but yeah, it was definitely, the track was quite good having that cushion right on the edge if you wanted to run it, and there was still a bit of grip, a little bit off that as well.
All right, well done on finding victory lane here after 35 laps, and we'll hand the mic over to you and just thank some people that helped make up and happen for you.
Yeah, obviously big thanks to One Performance Racing, the new team that I joined this week. They don't really have much of a dirt side, but hopefully I can change that and get a few people into the dirt side. It'd be great to have some buddies that I can race dirt with again. I'd like to thank their sponsors, Fast Karts and Night Rider Designs.
All right, there we have it. Jordan McDonnell comes away with the win, and with that being said, that will conclude tonight's racing here from the Knoxville Raceway. It's been a wonderful night. We've seen 3 heat races, a pole shuffle, and a 35-lap main event. Once again, a big thanks to WP Concreting and the Dirt New Zealand for giving Ultimate Dirt TV the chance to bring you all the action here from the Knoxville Raceway this week, and also for the rest of the season. We've got 4 weeks left after tonight, so still a month of racing to come here from the Dirt New Zealand guys. Make sure you go out and check out their social media page. Check them out on Facebook, WP Concreting, and also the Dirt New Zealand. Ultimate Dirt TV, well, we've got a couple of sponsors of our own. We want to thank Colby's Eye Paints for coming on board as well for up until the end of next season. They'll bring you all the instant replays that you see throughout all the broadcast here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and along with SETI Group Holdings, they'll bring you the starting grid and also finishing results. Big thanks to Hazard Media for getting some stuff fixed and making everything look pretty on my end for the overlays and stuff like that. So big shout out to Hazard Media. Check him out on Facebook and also go to hazardmedia.com. And on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, it's Brett Wheeler. It's signing off and saying good night. We'll be back next week, but tomorrow night Ultimate Dirt TV is live again.